a walk around. Everybody have fun?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good time.
Great. I miss it. Good afternoon, and thank you for supporting MS and the MS Society. My name's Greg Jacobson, as Todd said, and the CSGA GIN system will remember me as 3915855. You all know your numbers, right? Well, today was a beautiful November day, and I hope it was filled with lots of fairways, greens, and ridiculous 30-foot putts that you had plenty of good reads from, right? Lift, clean, and cheat. But it's most important to know that it's through events like these and the support that you people give that we are on the verge of finding a cure for MS. Let me take a few minutes and tell you a little bit about my story so you understand where this is coming from. I suffer from progressive MS, but before the onset, But before the onset of my disabling MS symptoms, I was a golf fanatic just like most of you. In fact, I was an accomplished amateur and professional golfer. Thank you. In college, I was an NCAA All-American, a member of the Massachusetts amateur golf team, New England amateur runner-up to Brad Faxon on his home course, Rhode Island Country Club, Brad being the winner here at Hartford. I've competed in U.S. amateurs, state amateurs, numerous Connecticut state amateurs, and at one point or another held 3 different course records from around the country. Now to answer the inevitable question that I always seem to get, and you all probably get similar questions, I've had 4 hole-in-ones. Royal St. George's is the course. Some of my notable buddies from over the years include, as I mentioned before, Brad Faxon, Olin Brown, another winner here at Hartford, who he was my ticket onto the U.S. Open and Ryder Cup venue outside of Boston, the Country Club of Brookline. Bill Haddon, who is a Connecticut golf rock star, as far as I'm concerned. And then my good buddy Ray Floyd, who I worked with as a professional when I was a member of the professional staff at Indian Creek Country Club in Miami Beach. While at Indian Creek for 2 years, I played the Space Coast Mini Tour, played with guys like Payne Stewart, God rest his soul, and Paul Azinger. As a teaching pro, my students included Don Shula, Jim Rice, Danny Ainge, and too many older golfers that took far too much seriousness about this game. Danny Ainge, by the way, really could play this game. Fantastic golfer. Don Shula, not so much, but a great guy. And Jim Rice, he was fantastic at telling you how good his game was. In 2011, I was officially diagnosed with progressive MS. I should have seen it coming many years before based on my rapidly declining fairways hit and greens and regulation stats. Yeah, I was a stats guy. You all should become stats people. Makes your game better. But I repeatedly shrugged off the symptoms and hoped that they would just pass. Doctors were telling me the symptoms were related to Lyme disease, even though I never pulled the tick off of my body, which is hard to believe up here in the Northeast. And I never tested positive for Lyme disease. Another doctor thought I had a vascular circulation problem. Fact is, MS diagnosis can take years to complete because it can look like many things. It's not like diagnosing and correcting a persistent slice with the driver. That's easy. Leave the driver at home. Golfers like us are proud to say we happily play the toughest game there is. In addition to golf, I played a lot of hockey growing up, including college hockey at Williams College. But I have to say, golf truly is a tough game to be relatively successful at. But the game of golf does not compare, in terms of difficulty, to trying to succeed at the game of life when MS enters your world. I compare progressive MS to the worst day you ever had with the flu. You can't get out of bed, you can't move a muscle, and when you do get out of bed, you can barely stay balanced and stand up straight. That's what progressive MS is like. Every single day, and not a day of relief. I won't go into the details of various forms of MS, but my version of MS, progressive MS, impacts 15% of the MS population. The other 85% suffer from remitting, relapsing MS. But in all cases, the disease gets progressively worse. It's only a question of how slow or fast the progression takes place. My neurologist tells me, I should say my former neurologist, not a new one, my neurologist tells me I've had MS in my system for 39 years based on my MRIs. I was actually playing some really strong golf through those years, but eventually MS caught up to me and put me in the clubhouse for good. My goal here today is to make you all keenly aware of how close this disease can come to you and the people you personally know and love. Based on statistics, 1 or 2 of you have MS right now and don't even know it. Chances are you are here because you know someone who suffers from this autoimmune disease. We need to find a cure. A cure is out there, and it's not in the too distant future. But the cure can only be found through expensive and exhaustive research. So take a second. Look at the people sitting at your table right now. I know you already know them, but look at them again. Are any one of these people the people who have MS? This is the question that the National MS Society wants to eliminate permanently from our world. They can only achieve this through your future financial support, not just your interest in playing a great golf course like TPC River Highlands on a beautiful November day. And this is a great golf course. In closing, let me ask you, do you have your tee time and foursome set up for the weekend? How about Memorial Day? How about the 4th of July? It's great stuff. It's great stuff to look forward to. Well, I don't. I don't foresee ever playing we need to cure this. All emotions aside, and to be perfectly honest, my wife would like to be a golf widow. So think about what I've said. And take a look on your table. There are pledge cards. Before you leave, make a pledge. It matters. Thank you.